Okay, so these are all of my bronzers, which we're gonna declutter today, and I'm gonna set them out as I usually do so you can see them all, and then we'll go through them one by one. So these are all of my bronzers. I have 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21 bronzer slash contour type products. So let's just start over here as I usually do. So these are the Wet n Wild contouring palettes. I've already done a review of these. I'll link below. I really did like them. And that, I mean, you'll see in the video, I was very impressed with these. They redid the formula. And I think the new formula is even better. It's certainly smoother and more pigmented, but I'm finding myself not use it very often. This is actually, in my opinion, a pretty close dupe to this one. Actually, I would say, like, if you combine this bronzer, which this is the one in Dulce de Leche, with this highlighting color, which is in Caramel Toffee, you would get this. So that, I have the dupe video for those. I can link below because this is like 50 something dollars and these are like $5. So I was very impressed with these. Do I need to keep them when I've already spent the money on this? Not really. So I feel like it's just kind of taking up room just because I spent a lot of money on this, I feel like I should use this and get my money's worth. And since I love both, I don't think it really matters which I keep. So I'm gonna get rid of those. This is a Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer in Sweet Tea. And I thought I wouldn't like this, and I actually love it. It's just such a perfect summer, like light, nice, semi-shimmery bronzer that just makes your skin look healthy. And I've had a Sweethearts like blush that it was okay. So I was like, well, this will just be okay. I actually really like it. So this is definitely a keep for me. All right, all my Too Faced ones. Let's flip these so I can see the names. Let's start with one of my strategies when I declutter from time to time, especially when I'm decluttering on my own, is, okay, let's look at this. What do I know I want to keep? So that's one way I've tried to declutter, and I feel like I'm more successful when I do it that way. So looking at these, what I know I want to keep is the Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This one is their classic bronzer. It's just the perfect, it's matte, but it's just the perfect, for me, color to bronze up my face without it being too much. Because I'm keeping the regular Chocolate Soleil bronzer, I can get rid of the milk chocolate because it's just a little bit too light. I thought that would be perfect for me, but it really is much lighter. And I'll show you these kind of side by side. So this is the chocolate. They look pretty close, but the regular chocolate really is better for me. So I'm gonna get rid of the milk chocolate. The dark Chocolate Soleil is much deeper and much warmer. And I think for me, I don't need that. So I'm gonna get rid of that one. Go, Jessica, go. Now we've got a bunch of the Bunny bronzers. Actually, before we do that, let's do the Pink Leopard. This one, is this the one I actually really liked and wanted to keep? Might have been. I remember thinking, yeah, it's such a weird and cool color. It's kind of like I don't even know how to describe it, but I feel like I should put this in with my blush and not necessarily in with my bronzers because it really is like a pink tone. So let me think about this one for a second. Let me look at the bunnies. So this one is Beach Bunny. This one is Snow Bunny. And this one is Sun Bunny. I feel like these two, the Beach Bunny and the Sun Bunny, are pretty similar. Yeah, and neither one of those are really that up my alley. Let me do this Sweet Tea one again to compare them, since I know I like that. Yeah. So these two are much warmer. Okay, this one has more of a red tone. So I'm gonna get rid of, this is the one in Sun Bunny. And so I know I'm not a big fan of that. This one's kind of borderline as well. Let's swatch Snow Bunny and see. See, these are all, that one's a little bit lighter, but I don't really get this because, you know, it's got these pretty colors in it, but it really just swatches out to, I'm trying to like clean it up. It really just swatches out into a bronze color. So it's never really made sense to me at all, to be honest, but they're pretty. But I think I'm gonna get rid of Snow Bunny, and honestly, I might get rid of Beach Bunny too. I don't think I need all of them, you know? Let me see. Oh, that's the Chocolate Soleil. What was this one? Pink Leopard. I really do think that's pretty. I think I'm going to keep it, but I'm going to put it with my blush after this video. So far I'm keeping 3 blushes right here. Can you guys see them? Yes. And I'm getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. That's awesome. Butter bronzer I love. I'm keeping. If you haven't tried it, you just have to. It's just this perfect, you can barely see it, but when you put it on, it looks perfect. Just a light bronzer. It smells amazing. It's so smooth, and it's at the drugstore. I'm like spread eagling over here, but all right, let's keep going. I have 2 of the Kevyn Aucoin powders in medium. This one's almost gone. I'm gonna pass this on. I've had this for so long, it's kind of getting that weird feel to it, which kind of grosses me out. It still looks okay, but I don't want to put it on my skin if it's gonna have anything growing in it, you know what I mean? But this one's newer, so I'm gonna keep this one. I just bought it. This is like one of the few splurgy items I've repurchased because it's just an amazing, here, let me actually show you a real swatch. Just such a perfect contour shade when you're doing a true like shadow contour. I just love it. It's so good. So keeping that one, getting rid of this one. I'll probably trash it. This one is from Soap & Glory. It's their Wonder Bronze. Now, this I actually wear more as a blush, even though it is clearly like golden bronzy. But if you put it on, it actually looks really pretty on the cheeks. It's like almost a peach-like blush in a way. So I need to clean this up. Is anyone else like crazy about keeping their makeup clean? And a lot of this has gotten so dirty because I've been so like unorganized. And so that's part of the reason I was like, I've got to declutter. I'm going to keep this, but again, this and what was that other one? The Pink Leopard, I'm going to end up putting with my blush because I really do think they're more blushy tones. All right, so this is the NARS Laguna bronzer, and I do love this. It's just a classic bronzer, kind of a satin finish, not shimmery, but just satin. And it's just a perfect shade. So I'm going to keep that one. This is from the Estee Edit. And it had, okay, so the Estee Edit line, it's cute because it's like a little more edgy and, you know, the packaging's kind of fun and weird. But this bronzer had this like gold, I guess, overspray, like a splotch. Now, obviously it was intentional, but I don't really get it. Well, now it's almost gone. But the bronzer itself is actually pretty good. I don't know why I did 2 swatches side by side, but there we are. But I almost want to like get rid of all of that weird splotch. Let's just get rid of it. There we go. Most of it's gone now. It is actually a really pretty bronzer shade. What's the shade actually called? It's called the Barest Bronzer in Light Medium. Actually is nice now that that's gone, because that thing kind of weirded me out because I'm like, well, I don't want that shimmer. Let me think about this one because I want to compare it to these. This is this Pure Minerals bronzer in Glow Together, and it's a matte to shimmer. I'm going to do kind of both, and then you can mix them. So that's the matte one. That's the shimmer one. Whoa, it's much deeper. So that's the matte, that's the shimmer, and then if you kind of mix them all together, it's very, you can see it's almost like creamy powdery. And then mixed is right there. Of course, now it's like mixed with it. I love this bronzer, especially when you use a brush, because with your hand, the oil is mixing with it, and because it's such a soft formula, it's swatching really heavily. But it really is a beautiful bronzer, and I just think it's just a little bit different. So I know I want to keep that one, and that makes me think, should I even keep this one? It is really nice though, and I feel I just recently got it and I want to actually give it a try, so I think I am going to keep it. This though, this is from IT Cosmetics. It's their Sunshine in a Compact in Warmth. It's too warm for me, in my opinion. I mean, I can wear it. It's not that far off from these, but I feel like if I'm going to keep the Pure Minerals one, I don't also need this one, so I am going to get rid of that one. This is the Marc Jacobs Duo I told you guys about I'm going to keep. It's their Mirage filter, so it's got like this contour type shade, and it's got a highlighting type shade, and they're just kind of perfect. Again, this is a really nice, more true gray contour, and I really like it, so keeping that. This is the e.l.f. Contour Palette. This is actually really good. I love this shade here. And this is like a really deep one, but again, it's still pretty good for like a true contoury type shade. And then it's got this beautiful light yellow, again, similar to this one, where you can highlight your under eye, whatever. And then it also has a white, but the white has some shimmer to it. Well, I guess it has more of like a satin finish, but these are amazing if you want a matte highlight. So I'm definitely keeping that as well. And then, let me kind of even this out a little bit. This is the IT Cosmetics Use Sculpted. And I'm kind of tired of contour palettes. I think all of us are. But I was so impressed with this shade right here, this soft contour, because it really is like a genuinely soft contour, but it has that gray tone. But now that I'm using it, I'm thinking it might be a little bit too light for me. So maybe I will pass this on. Because I feel like when I used it for the first time, I didn't have as much sun as I do right now. And so it was like really cool because it does have a gray tone, but now it's literally too light. So I'm going to pass that on. So these are all the things I'm getting rid of. These are all of the things that I am keeping. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 things I'm getting rid of. And that leaves 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 that I'm keeping. So about 50%. I think that's pretty darn good. And I don't feel bad. And as I look at these, I'm like, the only things I'm like, about are like these two look kind of similar, but I love them both, so why not use them both, you know? But yeah, not bad.